Ravens to kick off. They won the toss, deferred. And Joe Burrow will set up shop at the 30-yard line after the touchback. They don't have T. Higgins tonight. He's out for at least one more game. And they go right to the air, and it's a 7-yard gain. Chase Brown. Second down and 3. Off play action. Burrow steps up, finds his man, goes to Chase, who caught 7 balls last week. From the 43. Up the middle, nothing happening there. And the Ravens, as we mentioned, #1 against the run. First-year defensive coordinator Mike Macdonald was here. Did such a great job. He's now the head coach in Seattle. That pass is broken up. 3rd and 9. Burrow stepping forward and throwing, and it's caught. And to the 30-yard line goes Jamar Chase.
You'll see Jamar Chase off to your right, eventually come into the picture. That's zone. So there's the soft spot, and watch how Joe maneuvers his way around, eyes downfield, and Jamar Chase settles, and it works.
Put a fullback in here, give it to Brown to the outside, breaks one tackle, not another though, and picks up one.
Tremendous, very underrated athlete, quarterback in this Bengals team.
Brown through the middle, runs into a bunch of purple shirts. So they race up to the line of scrimmage and take the play clock down to 6 seconds. In the pocket, open, making the catch and taking it to the 5-yard line.
9th play of this drive.
Burrow looks left, throws there, and making the catch at the 3-yard line.
After review, the ruling on the field stands as called. It is a catch. Baltimore charged with its first timeout and also loses its first challenge.
They lose the timeout.
Yeah, second down, goal. Burrow to the end zone, reaching up, it's incomplete. A little too high for Chase, covered there by Humphrey. 3rd and goal, chased out. Burrow throwing and just has to throw it away. So that time they got the pass rush that they very much needed. Now Brown out of the slot. Burrow chase. Burrow under pressure, in trouble, fires, incomplete, but a flag is thrown to the end zone.
That's where the flag was thrown.
Holding defense number 21. Plays half the distance to the goal line. First down.
From the 1. Looking for the end zone and finding it. Chase Brown for the touchdown. In Baltimore, Bengals 7, Ravens nothing. Evan McPherson for the extra point. And with 9:23 to go in the opening quarter underway. But they were quieted by the Bengals, at least for the moment, as the Ravens will get the ball at the 30-yard line, and that's where we'll see. And he's flanked by Derrick Henry. And what a signing that was. A fake it to him. Jackson going deep on the first play and broken up. Zay Flowers, number 4, there he is, going to the right side. He has been fantastic. And here goes Henry. And when you think you got him stopped, he'll pick up another couple of yards as well, taking tacklers with him.
Can run it, get him on the edge, or throw it.
Henry out, so Hill is in, and Justice Hill gets taken down. That tackle right there, B.J. Hill takes care of Justice Hill. We'll punt down to Trenton Irwin, who drifts over and secures it out of bounds at around the 10-yard line.
Here he is back in Baltimore a year later.
Not only was he out of that game, he was out for the rest of the season, and he gets hit from behind. Burrow out of the pocket in goal-to-go situations. Get him out of the pocket again. Signals downfield, throws, and is lucky that wasn't picked at the 20-yard line. Pressure, extra pressure, fires too high. Chase is there. Chase wants a flag, and Chase, there is a flag. Crowd didn't like it. It's the home of the fabled manure chant, which we've heard in the past. Brown to the 30-yard line.
Can't keep taking a pounding. I think that's why you saw Herbert get signed with that injury to Moss.
They got Herbert in a deal with the Bears. Meanwhile, Burrow steps up, throws. That's a first down. And that's Brown again. Brown again. Good run again. And a flag is down. Flag down back at the 36-yard line.
It's a hold on Teddy Karras to center.
Holding. Offense, number 64. 10-yard penalty. We play first down.
First and 20. Burrow to the outside. That's caught, breaking a tackle, picking up a couple of extra yards and getting about 9.
Instead of just being stationary at one spot, and he's really taken off with that.
The secondary that's tough, that has not been tough. Pressure again. Brown makes a nice block, and Chase makes the catch along the sideline. Under 4 to play in the quarter. Brown again. And Brown to the 40-yard line. Play fake, pass, and going down as the pass got to him. They need to bring that to September because
I'm with you.
Yeah, historically they've been getting off to bad starts.
Yeah.
Burrow escapes, throws, and that's incomplete along the sideline there. And again, looking for a flag.
With 4, he's out here, and again, that's a great matchup against Mims, the rookie. Makes him step up, which is Joe's done a lot of, just kind of climbing in that pocket.
Kappa looking back. Burrow, deep drop. Burrow down the sideline, and that's incomplete. The coverage is good. Pressure was put on. Burton, the intended receiver, and they hand the ball back to the Ravens.
Yeah, you teased me about my schedule. I usually go to those Bengals home games. Went to that game. Cincinnati had control of that game in the second half for the most part.
10-point lead, under 6 to play. Meanwhile, you got
ball start. Offense number 77. 5-yard penalty. So first down.
Henry will be 31 before the end of the season. Give it to him. Bunch him up. It's funny because he was out there. Jackson throws, reaching up, making the grab there is Mark Andrews.
Yeah, it's great to see him healthy. What a matchup here against the safety, Jordan Battle. Able to kind of take that up and then across against man coverage. But how about Lamar Jackson? Very comfortable, moves away from the pressure. And look at the touch that he's throwing this football with. It's not just a nice touch there to put that right on the money to the big tight end.
From the 43, that pass is incomplete.
Derrick Henry gets a lot of the attention, but they are so much better on the edge.
Second down and 10. Jackson out of the pocket. Always dangerous. Proves it again. First down. They let him out the side door. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. That's Keaton Mitchell. So Mitchell is a guy who's been hurt. Flag is thrown.
Too many men on the field. Defense. 5-yard penalty, and yardage gained is enough for a first down.
In that role with the Bengals. Jackson, play fake, throws, caught, Flowers, breaks a tackle, spins around. Gets around Pratt, gets tackled after a gain of 11 and a first down.
Well, you'd love to see this.
Second quarter begins. Al Michaels, Kirk Herbstreit, Kaylee Hartime on a 1st and 10. Henry gets the toss. Henry down the sideline. And then he picks up a few before he's pushed out of bounds. Here he is again. And that time the coverage is very good. I mean, normally he gets rolling, like you say. He is like an 18-wheeler rolling down a country 2-lane road.
Like he is here.
He only 3 carries.
Yeah.
Flowers in motion, 3rd and 4. He throws a dart that's caught by Hill, and he'll take it to the 5-yard line. 1st and goal. Lamar. Wide open. Nelson Aguilar, touchdown, Baltimore.
In the entire NFL, it challenges you with the eyes as much as Lamar Jackson. You're worried about, and he even puts the ball looking like making it look and feel like he's going to run. Initially, that secondary, they got their eyes in the backfield, and they lose focus on the receiver, Aguilar.
To try to tie the game, which he does. 2 minutes into the second quarter. Snyder, we always feel very safe.
Yeah, for sure.
Kickoff here. Touchback to the 30-yard line. It will come, and we will go. Meanwhile, here's the debut for Khalil Herbert. Just came over from Chicago, and he drops the ball and recovers it himself. So that is quite a debut. That would be the definition of inauspicious. Burrow. Look out. Escapes. Throws. And had a man chase, but overthrew him there. Flanked by a couple of tight ends in the backfield. And throws to one of them. And fighting his way up to the 39-yard line is Tanner Hudson. Tylan Wallace sets up at the 10-yard line for the Bengals. Very high kick, sky high, fair caught. He's going to, what I used to call Gretzky the record book.
Right, that
He'll be so far in front of
whoever
whoever comes behind him. Meanwhile, you got a false start here on Ronnie Stanley.
5-yard penalty, first down.
Play fake. Flowers, nothing. Covered very well. Cam Taylor-Britt makes another good play.
I mean, this is tough ask here. You know, you're going right into the boundary, quick throw, fake the handoff, and he just gets around him using his quickness. So, you know, from time to time, this secondary, their eyes are looking into that backfield. They get out of position.
Henry fights his way. Gain of about 5. Spread it out. Go 5 wide on 3rd and 15. Quick throw. Flowers looks for room. Breaks a couple of tackles, but they had a long way to go, and he's about 6 yards shy. Trenton Irwin sets up inside the 35. High floating kick. 34. Irwin looking for some room. There is none. And winds up losing a few on the play. But then against teams that have winning records, very tough. Here comes Chase Brown for a gain of about 4. Burrow, tip, and incomplete. Straight drop. Comes out. Going to run it. And going to be taken down just shy of the first down. Play clock at 5. And meanwhile,
snapped it to Tanner Hudson, who went in motion.
So they gamble, they go for it, get it, first down. Burrow retreats, little floater here, and nothing doing for Brown. He had no chance. Coverage by Marcus Williams.
You said Marcus Williams. Watch him in position. Off the fake. Doesn't get fooled. A little half roll. It blitzed Trent Simpson, but Williams sniffed that out.
Dropped. 40-yard line. That's Tanner Hudson. So 2 plays ago, he's the big hero. Have to get to the 49 of Baltimore. Burrow rolling against the grain. And he's taken down. So he does nothing. They'll punt. Metabike chases him down, 4th down.
And I'll tell you, this is some pretty good speed. It gives you an idea how he can run for a 305-pound man. I mean, Joe Burrow can go. Joe starts to turn it on, but it's too late.
His first punt, 46 yards. Wallace back at the 15. Wallace calls for a fair catch and makes it at the 20-yard line. He's close. From the 20-yard line, here's Henry. And Henry unable to get on track tonight. Derrick Henry has now carried the ball 2 in front of Dexter Lawrence with a lead in that department. Quick throw, caught. About a 5-yard gain. On a 3rd and 5. Jackson deep down the left side. They have 2 Ravens are there, and it's broken up.
And this ball comes out a little bit late. I think Lamar floats it a little bit, working from the right over to the left. And then watch Turner catch up to that football. Really good play there on 3rd down. I don't even know if he saw the ball.
Meanwhile, for Stout, now his third punt of the night. And that one's out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. 4:02 to go in the first half. And Burrow hands the ball off.
Able to penetrate, made a nice play.
2nd and 10. Burrow stepping up, throws on the run, and that's going to be hauled in. Enough for the first down. Gesicki is right there. Gain of 13 from the 40-yard line now. Brown chugs his way for a gain of 5. There goes Hamilton. You saw Hamilton come up to the line. Lurking. Goes back into coverage. 2nd down and 6. Flip it here. And a nice move there by Tanner Hudson. 2 minutes to the half from the 49-yard line, first down. Burrow fires over the middle and finds his man. He's got Jamar Chase for a gain of 14. Rush 4, open, 30-yard line. Brown, first down, and a few more. Very few guys like Hamilton. Meanwhile, Burrow to the end, almost to the end zone, but incomplete. Again, Gesicki going up in the air, and they caught him.
Offside, defense number 99 in the neutral zone at the snap. 5-yard penalty.
Burrow, after surveying, to the end zone. As it picked off in the end zone, it's Stevens, Brandon Stevens.
After review, the ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. The second foot came down out of bounds. Bring up 2nd down from the previous spot.
So here's the situation. Before the left foot gets down, the right foot is out of bounds. So Cincinnati with the ball on a 2nd down and 5 now. Burrow pressured, tripped up from behind. Metabike takes him down.
And then he wanted the clock to work down. Now he calls a timeout, being respectful of Lamar Jackson and the Ravens offense. 2 hands on the ball by Burrow. Give credit to this defensive front again.
Burrow fires over the middle, caught, and that's going to make it a first down and goal. Tanner Hudson.
Jamar Chase by himself on the left, safety over top.
Burrow looks that way, flushed out, throws, caught in the end zone, touchdown, and that is Tanner Hudson.
Ends up doubling Jamar Chase. His body will turn, and they're just kind of bracketing him. So that takes, well, look at Joe's highs. He's looking left. Now Hudson's out here. Watch how Hudson just sits in that soft spot of the zone. He's just squaring up to Burrow and just settling in. A yard or two inside that goal line makes it an easy target. Somehow the Ravens defense lost him, miscommunicated, and you don't want to do that to number 9 once he gets out and breaks contain.
Second career touchdown catch for Hudson, who's been in the league for 5 seasons. And the Bengals go up by a score of 14-7.
You don't want to give Baltimore and Lamar Jackson any time. They end up giving him 30 seconds.
So they can pick up enough of a chunk here to set up Tucker. They go to the outside. That's a short game. 2-1 time of possession. Indeed, keeping Jackson on the bench. Fires over the middle, and that's incomplete.
But definitely not putting up the numbers they did earlier, a couple years ago.
3rd and 7. Jackson floats one. Andrews gets out of bounds, and you got a flag down. So you got to work the outside. You're almost compelled to, unless you want to fling a Hail Mary. Instead, they work the middle, but the tackle is made inbounds. So Deontay Johnson, who they just picked up the second half. Opening game, week 10, touchback. Good care, the Bengals defense of Henry. This was going to be his 7th carry. Instead, it's Jackson slides to a stop after a gain of 5, and a flag is down. Blakeman is our referee.
Holding offense number 77. 10-yard penalty, first down.
I believe you. 1st and 20. Under pressure. Gets away. Surveying, running it. There he goes. He gets back to the 20-yard line after all that. Yeah, runs about 35 to get 1. 2nd and 19. Good protection. Fires, and then the receiver falls down. 3-man rush. Flag. Caught at the 25 and up to the 31 goes Tylan Wallace.
And the Bengals deserve a lot of credit for the way they're playing tonight.
Stout's 4th punt of the night. Short kick, fair catch, call for made, and averaging about 4.5 yards per play. Burrow fires, caught, chase. They try to chase him down, and they cannot. Touchdown.
How special is he when he gets out in the open field?
67 yards for Jamar Chase.
But watch the linebacker play, and it's been a weakness of this Baltimore defense in coverage, trying to locate the crosser. Look at that space. Great job from a timing standpoint, and then this is just next level. Probably the best in the league. Almost that running back skill set.
McPherson for the extra point, so that's 8 receiving touchdowns for Chase. That's the most in the NFL at this point of the season. So a 14-point lead. And after hesitating, Mitchell's going to come out of the end zone and get tackled at the 28-yard line. For a reasonable facsimile thereof. From the 28-yard line, up the middle goes Derrick Henry. Keep him bottled up tonight. Again. And they stop him again. Jackson pressured. Can't be brought down from behind. Gets the pass away and it's caught. Bateman. Flowers. To the 50-yard line. Gain of about 6, and we go to Kaylee.
Guys, the news, the Ravens.
3 extra days to get ready for their next game.
Downfield offense, number 65. 5-yard penalty. We play first.
5 wide. 1st and 15. Jackson can't get him that time. He does get the ball away. That's incomplete. Jackson is thrown for 91 on 18 attempts. He'll keep it and get upended at the 42-yard line. Deep drop. Pressured again. All the way back and just flips it away. Caught and taken to the 26-yard line is Justice Hill. Well, a sound you don't hear very often these days. Meantime, Stout is now making his 5th punt of the night. Taken to the 16 is a flag. Tackled to the 17. It's Irwin.
During the kick, holding, receiving team number 27. Penalties half the distance to the goal line. First down, Cincinnati.
Yeah, and he's already thrown for 228 tonight. Not even halfway through the 3rd quarter. Adds a few more here on a pass out to the 13-yard line to Tanner Hudson. 2nd and 6. Burrow dumps it off. Drop. And it's incomplete. Empty the backfield. Goes this time again to the tight end, Tanner Hudson. Hudson has caught 6 on 7 targets. And out to the 27-yard line goes Chase Brown. Brown again. Fighting his way. Ball is out. Ball is out. Ravens think they have it. They do. Knocked away by Marlon Humphrey.
Make a play, and you can see they're ripping at that football. Great job by a 44 Humphrey. Knew exactly what he needed to do, attack the football. And the veteran, Roquan Smith, sees it, gets on top of it. That's a free ball, anybody's ball, but it bounced right 2-0 for the Ravens, and now they give Lamar Jackson great field position.
So Lamar, after flexing his hand on the bench, fires, no ill effects, and that'll be an 8-yard gain. Henry, and there he goes to the 12-yard line.
Build that momentum up. That one he did.
There he goes again. And a passel of white shirts is right there to greet him, led by Hilton and Wilson. Justice Hill in the backfield. Send him out to the right. Jackson backing up, backing away, under pressure, and down the sideline he goes. Lamar Jackson, can he stay in bounds all the way? He stopped inside the 1. Name somebody else right now who can do that.
Nobody. When a game is on the line, you better get him down. B.J. Hill, with his little stunt move, has a chance to keep contained. Once he got out, I think maybe some of the defenders thought he was out of bounds, but look at him shaking people. Takes it almost, good blocks downfield, the big center Linderbaum. Look at Hill giving you an effort.
And tight ropes the sideline. Do they give it to Henry? Indeed they do. And he backs his way in. So Henry has now scored a touchdown in every game this season. Tucker for the point after. And with 4:12 left in the third. Returnable, 4-yard line. Burton to the outside he goes. Backs up and goes out of bounds at the 19-yard line. With a wrist injury. Play action, hangs in the pocket, throws. Brown makes that catch. And Brown gets taken down there for a gain of 6. Burrow stepping up, fires on the run. Chase makes that catch. Brown again. Short gain. 2nd and 8. Brown makes this grab. Comes with about 3-yard shot. Name something he can't do. 3rd and 2. 4-man rush. Burrow chased out. Burrow throws. Chase is there. And Roquan Smith knocks him out of bounds. So Jamar Chase. Burrow on his way to 300. Instead he gets sacked here. Back at the 41-yard line.
Expecting him to do these kind of things, and he's been challenged by Zach Orr to become more violent, and that's exactly what he did there, going up against Volson. He's able to win with that violent mentality. He has looked quick.
It is 2nd and 16 for the Bengals from the Baltimore 40-yard line. Burrow pressured again, rolls away, dumps it off, out of the pocket to the feet of Brown. Burrow again pressured, fires, incomplete. Intended for Chase, no flag. That time you had Adarius Washington. 3rd punt of the night for the rookie Ryan Rico. Fair catch called for. Made at the 8-yard line by Tylan Wallace. And now down by 7, here they go. Start with a pass. Caught, short gain here. Bateman makes the grab. Jermaine Pratt in on the tackle. Henry. Boy, they did a great job on him tonight. Yeah, had to avoid Ricard as well, the fullback. Meanwhile, the pass is caught. Wallace makes the grab. Wallace down the sideline. Wallace is going to go all the way, assuming he stayed in bounds all the way. So on a 3rd and 2, Tylan Wallace for the moment with the touchdown.
Instead, it's Wallace who ends up getting away from this defense. There's Britt, misses the tackle. Wilson with this feels that stiff arm. Safety Geno Stone comes over late. What an effort by Tyler Wallace to take that all over to the end zone. Here's a great look to see if he stayed in bounds. Right here when Wilson hits him, it comes very close.
Still, look at that, the right foot.
Oh, that's the one they'll look at. Every other step he took is clearly in bounds. It was that one right foot that was close.
Almost looked like the toe was in, the heel was up.
What a turnaround.
All good. Tucker for the point after. And of all the guys, no. Justin Tucker. Wow. 21-20. Bengals hanging on by a thread, and they'll start this drive from the 30-yard line. Back we go. Longest pass of Jackson's career. Burrow deep, and that's caught, and that's Chase for 17 to Chase. Brown. You know, it's funny, we were talking to Hamilton the other day about a team player. 25 of 40. This time good protection for him, but good coverage by the Ravens as Cam Grandy, rookie. Crowd roaring, standing. Chase wide right. And 3rd and 6. Burrow over the middle. Caught. Brown dives. First down. Extra pressure. Gets it away. Caught along the sideline. Gesicki making that grab. Picks up about 7. 2nd and 3. Washington on the tackle. 2nd and 5. Dumps it off. Brown again all night long to Brown on the dump-offs.
That's their running game.
Going for it all for Chase. Double covered, incomplete. 4th and 2. But the play clock at 1. Get it off. Again going deep. And that's incomplete. Wide open. Inside Bengal territory. They go to Wallace again. So the 4th-year guy out of Oklahoma State covered that time by Turner. That's a gain of 20.
I think he just ends up getting lost in coverage. Once they motion him out there, they've got him outflanked. They've got one too many receivers. Hilton stayed up tight.
84-yard gain, 20-yard gain. Fake to Henry. Fired over the middle. That's caught. That's Andrews. He gets into the action. Already in field goal range.
They're doing the right things, playing their kind of football.
Henry. Gain of 9. 2nd and 1. Jackson. And he picks up the first down.
Todd Monken feeling it right now. His quarterback's playing well.
Dumps it off. Henry. Short gain. This time it's Hill. Stop. 19-yard line. Hendrickson in on that tackle. Pressure. Wide open. Touchdown. Mark Andrews.
A mix-up in coverage. Logan Wilson right here has got to be able to control this crossing route. He in the corner who's working across. That was Cam Taylor-Britt. They almost ran into each other, but clearly looked confused. Nobody take. Von Bell trying to get someone's attention.
Jackson struts in, flings it away. Conversion good. Well, it's returnable, but they're going to just down it in the end zone here. So many fourth quarter leads in recent years. And tonight, turning its head on a dime. Burrow going deep, getting free. Chase, look at this. Just like that. And Chase is going to, strut to the 1 yard line. Crowd doesn't like that.
I think that's
goes into the end zone.
That's a response to what Lamar Jackson did. Now let's watch Marcus Williams here. And give Bengals all the credit in the world, but he gets caught up in Gesicki, and then he just kind of gets lost. You know, I don't know the coverage, so I don't know if he needs to be back there in center field, but obviously somebody needs to be helping 21 Stevens out. That's a mismatch one-on-one in an island. He needs somebody back there to be able to help him over top. Look at Stevens running. That's why I think they gave up on the play, looking around at each other like, where was my help over top? So that time, Marcus Williams, who, by the way, was benched just a couple weeks ago, he responded well last week. But a little bit of confusion, and you do not want to do that in the fourth quarter in a tight game.
So we're 28-28.
I mean, when you talk about the elite receivers, he's
among them.
He sure is. We got two of the best quarterbacks in the league, some of these skill guys, and they're going head-to-head, tied up 28 with 5:30 to go.
Jackson, look out. Again avoids a sack. What else is new? He throws deep, and that is picked off by Taylor Britt. Henry. Hold him to about a 4-yard gain. 3rd and 6. 4-man rush. Lamar throws, caught, first down to the 48-yard line. 4 minutes to go. Jackson to the outside. That's taken by Flowers. And Flowers is finally wrestled down. Henry turns about a 3-yard gain into an 8-yard scamper. 2nd and 2. Henry again. Just enough. That's all he needed. Next 2 games on the road, Pittsburgh and the Chargers. Flowers makes the grab. There's a flag on the play. Ravens backing up.
Downfield, offense number 64. It's a 5-yard penalty. We'll replay first down.
Little dump off. Andrews. 2nd and 10. Fires. Caught. Spinning around. Takes it to the 8-yard line. Bateman. 1st and goal. After another timeout was taken, and Jackson will be content to take it to the 5-yard line. Takes us to the 2-minute warning. It's a thought if Baltimore wants to go in the end zone. Jackson throws, and that's incomplete, and that's a big break for the Bengals because that stops the clock.
You have some time to work. Now they don't have to worry about that after the incompletion.
Not at all. 3rd and goal. Jackson running around. Little jump pass, touchdown. Bateman. Rashad Bateman. And they have the lead again.
So work now for Burrow and Chase. And here's this throw. Watch this little Steph Curry little jump. And look at the follow through.
Yep.
In the perfect location. Your guy, Bateman, with the go-ahead touchdown.
6 catches for Bateman tonight. 4 touchdown passes for Lamar. He's thrown for 290 now. There's Bateman working on Taylor Britt.
Put that foot in the ground, works the other way. He's got him. Look at Lamar. As soon as he threw it, he starts to head to the bench.
The Ravens have scored touchdowns on 4 straight drives, and Tucker's extra point is good. Tucker, his kick, down in the end zone. Start at the 30. Chased out. Throws. Can't be one-handed by Gesicki. Chase to the right. Burrow pressured as he throws, and Chase can't make the grab that time. Matabiki is at 3 sacks tonight.
They're going maximum protection. They got 2 tight ends in that backfield.
Burrow fires over the middle. Nobody home there. So 4th down. On fourth down, Burrow fires, and that is going to be caught at the 40-yard line.
Wow.
And they're going to give him the first. No, they are. They give him the first down. Can upstairs take a look at it, which they're doing. So they'll look at this upstairs. Whoa, where's the ball?
Where's that ball when that knee touches?
Can't be any closer than that. Terry McCauley, what are you seeing?
Yeah, well, we're going to look for a down-the-line shot. Where is the nose of the ball when the knee touches? If it touches the 40, it's a first down. We haven't seen anything yet so far that's clear and obvious that would reverse this.
By the way,
as of now, it's going to stand, guys.
Yeah, it looks like he's on the line when the ball comes down. By the way, what an effort with the game on the line to come up with that catch.
There's the knee down. That's the end of the play, but where's the point of the ball? If it's on the 40-yard line, it's a first down. Whatever that is.
After review, the ruling on the field stands as called. It'll be first down at that spot.
Burrow fires, incomplete. Gesicki's there, he's smothered. To the outside. Chase, flag is thrown on the play.
That's on Marlon Humphrey.
Yep.
Personal foul, grabbing the face mask.
He did.
Number 44.
That'll be tacked on to the back end of his play.
Deep drop, under pressure, throws, he's got Chase again. And Chase to the 23, but a flag is thrown on this play.
Destroyed after he threw this ball.
One is half a distance to the goal line, first down.
Burrow to the back corner of the end zone and incomplete there, intended for Burton. Surveying that defense, 2nd and 10. Hangs in the pocket again, fires, caught at the 5-yard line.
Offside, defense number 53, lined up in the neutral zone. Coming 5 yards, replay, second down.
Burrow flushed out to Brown. And Brown is out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Chase lined up to the right side. Looks that way. Throws that way. Caught! Chase. What a night. Touchdown. 38. Well, this is as good as their first meeting this year.
But you got a rookie corner in Wiggins, and you got a linebacker here in Simpson, and you got two guys that take the flat. The read is you got an underneath receiver and you got a deep receiver. You're supposed to only be reading one defender, but there's two guys that take the underneath receiver, and he's able to go up and over both of them, and a spectacular catch there by Jamar Chase once again.
So they wanted to see what the defense had. Josevich to the right side, Chase to the left side. To the right side he goes, incomplete at the goal line. Washington breaking it up. You miss calls, the whole thing. It's so frustrating to the fans. So frustrating. That'll take us to the finish line. 35-34. Burrow tonight, 4 touchdown passes, 428 yards. Jackson tonight, 4 touchdown passes, 290 yards.